Hey Capricorn, welcome back to the Herb Lady. I'm so glad you guys are back to my page. I know that I've been kind of out for a little bit, was on a little bit of a hiatus so I could take some time to take care of myself, which is essential in this line of work. If you don't take care of yourself, it kind of catches up to you. And I'm pretty sure that you Capricorns out there, you guys know all about taking care of yourselves. Alrighty, so enough about me. Let's talk about you guys. So, as the title says, we're doing a year ahead spread for the year of 2021. I'm really excited to be doing this spread. I had to start off with Sag because I kind of missed the entirety of their season, which I'm so sorry to any of my Sagittarius cross watchers out there. But also, being able to kick this off during Capricorn season, which I feel is so appropriate because you guys are the task masters and hard workers of the zodiac. And given the fact that I have so many progressed planets in Capricorn, it's not even funny. I appreciate Capricorns more than you guys know. So getting into the reading here, what we're gonna do is a year ahead. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna pull an oracle card for your element of the year. I'm also gonna pull a positive message card, a card for the theme of your relationships of the year, and we're gonna pull 12 tarot cards plus 12 clarifiers for the year, which represents each month, but we're gonna take it in terms of each quarter of the year and see how that progresses, okay? And at the end, we're going to pull an additional card to see whose energy that you need to channel to help you get through the year, Capricorn. But first, starting off, there was a couple of messages that came through, and I do apologize for the background noise. I have a house full of girls and they like to talk and they chatty. So, but with that being said, the message that I got for you guys, like this song came through by John B, and I haven't thought about this song like in forever and ever, but I think it was Don't Listen to What People Say by John B, and literally is like, don't listen to what people say. They don't know about you and me. Put it out your mind because it's fallacy. They don't know about you and me. So I feel like, for a couple of you Capricorns out there, that's probably how you're feeling towards a significant other, or that's how your significant other is feeling towards you. Just in terms of a relationship, you could have a relationship that's kind of like on the rocks. You could have a relationship that ended. You could have a plethora of scenarios that's going on, Capricorn. And for this song to come through, I feel like, unfortunately, sometimes, the other party, they allow the influence of the relationship to take place through their friends and or through what other people have to say about the relationship. And I feel like, Capricorn, you're either telling this person to not let outside influences come between you all, or that person is telling you to not let outside influences come between you all. So that was just kind of the message that came in, your pre-shuffle message that came in. And then I believe a card popped out of the Universe Has Your Back oracle deck. It said, I choose love above all else. So I feel like you guys are in a position where you are choosing love above all else. Okay, so that was pretty much that for the pre-shuffle portion of the reading. We're gonna get into the meat of the reading, the reason why you guys are here. So let's go ahead and start with, like I said, the kind of the theme of the year, your elemental theme of the year. And then we're gonna move on to the positive message, as well as your romance theme for the year, which I feel like we kind of covered a little bit when we discussed the song by John B. So, all right, like Sagittarius, you guys have two cards. And we're gonna go ahead and pull that positive message. I'm gonna pull these cards first, and then we're gonna go over and review all of the cards here, okay? And one card for Capricorn. One card for Capricorn. Alright, I'll take it. And then we're going to pull one romance angel card for Capricorn. One card for Capricorn. Two cards. Okay, Capricorn, you guys are being extra. That's fine. That's nothing new to me. Alrighty. So let's go ahead and get into your theme here. Alright, so yeah. You guys, it looks like there's going to be a lot of inner work taking place for the year of 2021. Kind of a lot of cleansing for sure. You guys have the theme of cleansing through the element of storms. As you can see, you know, this woman, she's being held in the hand of God. Like, I really feel like this is like God's hand, and the clouds are unleashing lightning and rain. And but do you see like the halo that's in the background? I'm trying not to get the reflection of the light onto the card, but the halo that's in the background of this storm, and it's seemingly a massive storm, but it's really just fine-tuned to this woman here. It's really just her own personal storm. So and also just the fact that this is card number 23, and if we reduce this down, 2 and 3 is 5. So 2021 is also a 5-year. This is a year of changes for everybody, but for Capricorn, you guys are feeling it in the department of cleansing. A lot of cleansing is going to be taking place on an emotional level, on physical level, on a spiritual level, and on a mental level. You guys are about to go through a total overhaul this year, and it seems like it's going to be tumultuous because storms are always, you know, especially big storms, they're always scary because you can't control it. It's a force of nature that you cannot control at all. And that lack of control usually is what brings in a lot of the fear. But when everything is said and done and the storm is over, literally in those moments before the storm those moments after the storm is so beautiful. It's just, everything has such a heightened sense of clarity. And you have a heightened sense of clarity and appreciation for the storm that came through. Now, your second card is Inner Core Solidarity. Now with the storms, this is what the storm is going to be doing to you. It's really going to be breaking you open, wide open, Capricorn. Like, as you can see, for some reason, when I look at this card, the first thing I think is mind blown. Like, you're going to be going through some mind blowing things that's really going to change your mental and all of it, how you look at life, how you perceive life. There is a lot of change that's going to take place this year. And even this card being reduced down in numbers is reduced to a 9, and 9 signifies completion. 9 is the completion of a cycle right before, you know, you go on into a new cycle. So this is the final part of this cycle where you have to be cleansed out thoroughly. Your mind has to kind of be remodeled and go through a whole entire remodeling process before you can move on to the next stage, Capricorn, to the next cycle, because the next cycle needs for you to be cleansed. It needs for you to be ready for what's about to come. Okay. So the positive message from Spirit for you guys is the universe works fast when I'm having fun. And I believe that this message really is for you guys to remember, don't get completely caught up in everything that's taking place and put yourself in a position where you're feeling like this is a personal attack that's happening to you, when really this is your higher self saying, look, this is obviously what I have to send you through in order for you to merge, in order for your lower self and your middle self to merge with your higher self. Your higher self is saying, you know, look, Spirit and God is about to take you through some things. You're about to see some things in order for you to be ready in order for you to kind of meet yourself at the finish line, if you guys know what I mean. You guys are really gonna have to go through a lot of cleansing and to clean out all the old shit, to make space in your mind, and in order for it to work fast, in order for the universe to do its thing, in order for God and Spirit to do their thing quickly, you know, you guys are just gonna have to roll with the punches and take the process as it comes and find the fun where you can in it. And when you do that, you will see how it can move. Things can move much faster, or, you know, it can be a matter of perception. You know, it's like, find the good points where you can. And I know for Capricorn, the same way as Scorpio, it's difficult to do that, especially when it feels like it's fucking raining cats and dogs on your head and you're just like, what the fuck? So, but at the same time, that's what the universe is asking of you. You're going to have to find the good points where you can. And when you do, once you finally get to the point where you've mastered that, you'll see how things move so much quicker throughout this process. So for your romance angel cards, you guys have two messages here. And the first one is, you deserve love. It says you are lovable. And as you can see, there's the Archer in this. So typically the Archer is conveyed as Cupid, but I feel like the message is very straight to the point. You are lovable. You guys have, like I said, going back to the song that came up, the John B song, you guys have probably been feeling like with this breakup or whatever transition is going on in your love life, that it's kind of crushed your self-esteem a little bit, or it's crushed your ego and made you feel like you're not lovable or desirable, when Spirit is telling you you are very much lovable. And probably, you know, the person who could have done this, or who could have kind of, you know, they kind of got you lovesick. I feel like it might be a strong fire sign, especially Sagittarius. The Archer is always represented by Sagittarius. So the person who is a Sagittarius or has very strong Sagittarius placements in their chart, and, you know, it's like she's determined, but I don't see like malice or spite. I just see that, you know, she's kind of this person, and, you know, like, gender is interchangeable, so it could be she, he, they, whatever. This person is determined to trailblaze their own path. They have their own places where they're headed to, and, you know, it's just like, I don't see malice, but at the same time, the lack of consideration and the way that it's kind of left your self-esteem, Sag, it could be handled better. So the other card is love yourself first. You are lovable. Love yourself first. Love yourself first. And what you're going to see is, you know, one or two or both things happen. Your self-respect makes you more romantically attractive. So, you know, this person who you are deeply in love with, or that you're trying to be with, is more attracted to the fact that you have genuine love for yourself, or you have developed genuine love for yourself. Or with you developing genuine love for yourself, you finally draw in the person who is absolutely meant for you, hands down, without a shred of a doubt. And you're always, and thirdly and most importantly, you are always, no matter what, reassured of the fact that you deserve love and you are lovable, because you reassure yourself in that, Capricorn. Nobody else can do that except you. Nobody else has done that except you, Capricorn. Okay, so that's you guys' oracle portion of the reading here. We're gonna go ahead and get into the tarot portion. I'm sorry if I sound a little like nasally, like I'm just, it's cold as hell here. It's snowing, and I have allergies, so, you know, Whatever. But let's go ahead and get into the tarot portion. What we're gonna do is pull 12 cards. And then we're gonna pull 12 clarifiers, and we're gonna break this down quarter by quarter to see how the upcoming year of 2021 is looking for Capricorn. All right. 12 cards for Capricorn. And remember, you guys, this is a predictive reading, and because of the fact that I do predictive readings, I do not interpret reversals whatsoever, because it's all predictive. You know, your free will has the ability to change any result that could or may take place in this reading. Let's see. Okay. Oh shit. Okay. Alright, Capricorn. Oh shit. You guys have a lot going on. I'm gonna just like be really real with you guys. You guys have a lot that's coming up in this upcoming year. Okay. So bear with me as I pull all of these cards out. Alright. And I dropped a card on the floor, so I gotta pick that up. Of course, the Tower card is the card that drops on the floor. So it could be, you guys could be having a Tower moment that makes you drop everything. Literally everything. So things that you thought you would never drop, that Tower moment is probably gonna come through and be like, yeah, so you thought. Alright. And I'm gonna pull the 12 clarifiers, and we're gonna go from there. Alright. All right. So, all right, let's go ahead and get into the reading here. Let me fix my hair real quick, because, you know, I love my new hair, but man, you would think with the way that I handle my new hair, it feels like it's been forever since I had braids, and really it's been like less than 6 months. So, but this isn't about me. This is about you, Capricorn. So let's go ahead and get into it here. All right, so starting off the year, you guys have the Queen of Pentacles as your January energy for Capricorn season. That tells me that the year is starting off pretty abundantly for you guys. You guys are kind of in the bag. You're getting your money. You're making money, you're earning money, you are being responsible with money. However, there is a blind spot here. I feel like there is something, Capricorn, that you guys are refusing to acknowledge and refusing to see, because as far as you're concerned, because of the fact that you are getting money, and money is very important to a lot of earth signs, and the fact that money is around you and money is abundantly flowing in, you don't have to see this warning sign. This Two of Swords is literally the stalemate. It's the stalemate process. This woman is refusing to see, refusing to acknowledge, and has her swords held up on both sides. So, you know, to refuse to let people approach her. So, you know, there's obviously, even though the year is starting off with, you know, getting money, making money, obviously seemingly starting off as a successful year, there is some red flags there that's taking place, Capricorn, that you guys are refusing to see mentally. And that's just what using a little bit of logic. It's literally a two of swords. It's so minute that really all you have to do is use a little bit of logic, and you'll be able to see it very clearly and put yourself in a situation where you can prevent, you know, further bullshit from taking place. So now in February, what's crazy is that, like, in February, you guys literally go from the Queen of Pentacles to the Five of Pentacles. And okay, so in February, and first, you guys, before I even get into the rest of the reading, what I'm going to make a note of, just to tell you specifically, we just had a grand conjunction in Aquarius between Jupiter and Saturn. So Saturn and Jupiter are now in the sign of Aquarius. What does this have to do with Capricorn? With Saturn and Jupiter being in the sign of Aquarius for Capricorn sun signs, that means that these two planets are transiting your second house. And your second house in astrology, it means values. We're talking about values, monetary values, the values that you place on things, on people, places, relationships, the things that you value and hold near and dear to you, the things that you claim to be yours. You know, breaking it down on a very basic level, it's like a child who has a favorite toy or has toys that belong to them, and they deem and declare value upon those toys. So, you know, it's like we are dealing with the house of values that Saturn and Jupiter is expanding. Jupiter is coming through the second house, expanding these so-called values. Saturn is coming through and restricting. So you have kind of like a double whammy that's taking place in this second house. So you may see a lot of fluctuation in your values, in your money, in your material possessions. So that's why literally with the year starting off with the energy of Queen of Pentacles, Capricorn, you guys are probably sitting there on your throne. Money seems like it's good. Money seems like it's flowing in. But at the same time, because you are on your throne, you're in this position where you're sitting on the throne looking seemingly comfortable and holding this big ass coin in the air. This is also the Queen of Pentacles sitting on the throne, holding her swords up in the air, saying, I have money. You're using the coin as a sword to say, you can't tell me I'm doing wrong in any aspect, because look at all this damn money I got. And also being blindfolded to how your thought process is setting you up for a more difficult, how your thought process can set you up. Not saying that it is, but it can set you up for a position of failure because you're blinded by what's taking place around you, because you feel like you're doing all right. Therefore, you don't, what does anything else taking place around you have to do with you, Capricorn? Okay, so really staying mindful and aware of abundance, because just as quickly as abundance can come in, it can go. You know, so that's something that definitely has to be taken into consideration. So for February, what I see is the Five of Pentacles. And like I said, you know, just as quickly as abundance can come, it can go. With the Five of Pentacles coming in, what I definitely, the first thing I do see is the full moon. So probably literally by that full moon in Leo, you have to probably think back, Capricorn, as to what you were doing at the new moon in Leo, which was sometime in August. Think back as to what you were doing and what seeds you were sowing then, because in February is when those seeds, you're reaping the harvest of those seeds. So at the full moon, you're probably being left with this feeling of being left out or put out in the cold. And for some of you guys, this can manifest literally being put out in the cold, being out there, you know, all of a sudden you go from being comfortable. This can like be a tower moment of fortune's rising, for having fortune, and then out of nowhere having no more access to fortune. So you guys want to be very mindful, like I said, in that month of January, while you are still experiencing abundance, you are still experiencing, you know, all, you know, comfortability. You want to be aware and take the blindfold off and look around in your surroundings to those minute changes that are taking place, so that you're not being hit with this as hard as, you know, you could be. I'm not saying that it's an absolute guarantee for sure, because once again, your actions can always change the outcome of things that take place. An ounce of what is it called? An ounce of prevention can cure a pound of pain, or something like that, Capricorn. So, you know, and with the Five of Pentacles taking place, what I feel like, Capricorn, is with that feeling of being left out in the cold, of being, you know, just kind of like put out and taken off of your high horse. It puts you in a state of the King of Cups. It takes you to a point of like emotional maturity. And unfortunately, what I feel like is like a lot of the time what people fail to see with the King of Cups, with that ascension to King of Cups, emotionally, Cups represents emotion. A lot of the time with the King of Cups, who's the most emotionally mature figure in the deck, to reach that level of emotional maturity, a lot of the time in life, people go through some hard times. They go through some real hard shit. And after they come out of hard shit, for some reason, that's when the wisdom is acquired. That's when the wisdom is gained. That's when the wisdom is earned. So, you know, in February, you may go through a fluctuation. And remember, 5, you know, it's a minor arcana card. So this is a temporary fluctuation. And with this temporary fluctuation, it brings in the King of Cups. Or what it could also be is the King of Cups coming in and disrupting your otherwise, you know, financially stable situation. So look out for that too. Now in March is when you guys are gonna have a tower moment, and I feel like it's going back to February with that 5 of Pentacles energy of you guys being left out in the cold, of fluctuations in finances, and that energy just kind of carrying. And I feel like with it, with March coming in with the tower, and even like getting my thoughts together, it's kind of hard. So I'm feeling like this year may be a year where you guys are just having a really hard time with keeping up with your thoughts and getting your thoughts together and staying in line with your thoughts, and like just a lot of distraction, a lot of excessive background noise, a lot of stuff just going on. It's constant, and seeming like you don't have a minute to take time to really calibrate your thoughts and come up with an idea, or come up with a way of creating comfort for yourself, you know? So the tower here, with the tower taking place, yeah. So with the tower taking place, I feel like this King of Cups is kind of at the center of your tower moment. This King of Cups, whoever this King of Cups is, this King of Cups not only is putting you in a position where you're feeling like 5 of Pentacles left out in the cold, but whatever this King of Cups is doing, and remember, the King of Cups doesn't necessarily have to be male or female. It's just somebody who carries that significant emotional maturity, or somebody who is of significant value to you, going on to do something that affects you. So the tower moment comes in March with the Page of Wands. So I feel like there's going to be a tower moment that's taking place with a water sign, in regards to a young fire sign. So this King of Cups here leaves you feeling out in the cold, leaves you feeling like, you know, you don't have that sense of security that you were having in January. But in January, did you really have it? Because you had the blinders on. So now here comes March with the Tower moment, and the clarifier is the Page of Wands. Page of Wands always speaks to a young fire sign, or somebody who is just kind of a little less mature in terms of their passions and their spirit. But it seems like this King of Cups, this very emotionally mature water sign, is coming in and causing a shakeup with a young fire sign. So, you know, I would just be on the lookout for that, Capricorn. If you guys have any like fire sign children or fire sign children around you, or you're dealing with some water signs, just be on the lookout. Take your blinders off while you have the chance to, okay? So that's the first quarter. It looks like in the first quarter, just right off the bat, it's going to seemingly start off good, and then it seems like everything is going to hell. But remember, with every Tower moment, it always seems like it's bad. It feels bad in that moment, but it brings a larger meaning. It brings a larger perspective. And ultimately, in the end, it brings better results. It's a lesson learned that refines you, Capricorn, and ultimately leads you down a better path. Okay, so going into the second quarter here in the month of April, you guys have the Star card. So the Star represents healing. There's a huge amount of healing that's coming in. The Star is also represented by Aquarius. The water bearer speaks to compassion. And in this card particularly, this is Pandora. I forget this woman's name, but she's opening Pandora's box and releasing all the spites in the world. So you guys could open a Pandora's box in April. Literally set off a whole chain reaction that leads to a lot of healing taking place and you getting your just due. So the setting off the chain reaction, a whole bunch of healing and temperance and balance comes in April, and then you get the justice that you deserve, Capricorn. So it does look like April will be a pretty healing month following the Tower. A lot of healing is going to take place. A lot of healing is going to come in, but you're going to have to go through that Tower moment first and really kind of like learn that lesson in regards to this Page of Wands here. So the Three of Swords is what's coming up in May, and the Three of Swords, you know, it speaks to, a lot of the time it speaks to heartbreak, being stabbed in the heart or being stabbed in the back, being betrayed, and even sometimes, like with the Three of Swords, it can talk about your mental process turning in against you, but I don't feel like that's the case here. I feel like you're having a mental process turning in against you due to a betrayal. I honestly feel like, you know, there's a heartbreak that's going to take place in May that's going to cause a significant level of transformation, and I feel like it may take place around the Scorpio full moon. So I would keep on a lookout for that in May, because I feel like the Scorpio full moon is either going to bring in a heartbreak for you, or a Scorpio is going to break your heart. And if you guys notice here, like this King of Cups who brings in like this shakeup in February, if you look closely, this is the King of Cups here. If you look closely in the Death card here, the King of Cups is laying on the ground. So, you know, it could be this King of Cups who is like bringing in that heartbreak, or bringing in that betrayal, or you end up experiencing a betrayal because, you know, of somebody close to you who was messing around with this King of Cups, or it just sounds like some mess, Capricorn. Like, I'm gonna just be really honest. May is about to reveal a very messy situation that can bring heartbreak. I'm not saying this is a guarantee. Remember, this is a predictive reading, Capricorn. It's just predictive to see what's going on in 2021. But so far in May, I see some truths being revealed. I think Sag kind of got the same thing, the same deal for May, or it was for April, where truths were being revealed. Like the springtime of 2021 is about to bring some truth for a lot of people, uncomfortable truth. But it's okay because this will transform you. Remember, where's your card at? Storms. Storms is your element. Like storms is your element for 2021. That means that you're gonna see some things, experience some things, and you're still gonna come out on top, Like you're still gonna come out on top, Capricorn, for real. So it's like, don't let what's taking place crush you. It doesn't look like you will, but it's gonna be a little bit of a grind. So with that being said, in June, following the heartbreak, still in June, you get the Six of Wands, which speaks to victory, a spiritual victory, a victory in your passions, a victory in your pursuits. So there is a victory that takes place. And even, in terms of the Page of Pentacles, which I feel like I'm getting the feeling that victory, yeah, it's a victory in terms of your passion and spiritual pursuits. I feel like Spirit kind of rewards you. Spirit gives you a bit of a breather, especially in terms of your money. It gives you an opportunity to plant seeds in terms of your values, in terms of what it is that you do value, because the Page of Pentacles is, a seedling. The Page of Pentacles is a baby, so you plant the right seeds and you're watching your seeds sprout. This is just a sprout. You're dealing with the sprout. So seeing that sprout to you represents a victory. It's like, damn, I done been through the ringer. I'm going through the ringer. This year has been shit so far, but I'm seeing something that I planted seeds for starting to sprout. So Spirit is giving you the victory, giving you a small victory and letting you know, look, you're on the right path. Keep going. Keep going. Okay? So, that was June. So for the month of July, you guys have the Knight of Wands, and this card usually speaks to a fire sign, Leo, Sagittarius, or Aries, or it can speak to a mentality, like you guys or somebody that you're dealing with is in like a player mentality, which is causing the other party a lot of depression, or it's causing you a lot of depression, just dealing with somebody who's in that fucking playboy ass mentality and wants to run around and fuck everything with a pulse. And it's just like, it's depressing. It's not fulfilling. Up all night in bed crying, feeling like it's not the right choice, it's not the right person, it's not the right path. It just does not feel right. And that becoming, so look, here's what I'm getting. Either the person you're dealing with is getting that, like they're a playboy, they're on that straight fuckery and just wants to fuck around with everybody, and now it's starting to get to them. They're starting to experience depression behind their habits. Or it's you, Capricorn, you're in that mode and it's just starting to depress you now. It don't even feel right. What once gave you joy and pleasure in going out and doing you is no longer bringing you joy and pleasure anymore. It's bringing you this, up in bed all night wondering why, and just not feeling good about the actions that you're taking. So it seems like that's what July is bringing. And it's just like, remember, I know like so far this reading it doesn't sound the greatest. It sounds trash, to be quite honest, but it's not trash. Like, this is transformation. Transformation is hard. Like, people think to transform the shit is easy. Capricorn, you guys know more than anybody else the value of hard work. And especially for you guys, given the fact that you guys are not the most emotional signs and you don't get caught up on your emotions quite like other signs like water signs or fire signs, you guys are more rational in terms of your emotions. So in this, like, it's just this year, what I'm seeing for 2021 is like you guys are really being forced to confront a lot of emotional shit here. Like, there's things that's testing you in your emotional arena and the things that are nearest and dearest to your heart in order to get the emotional transformation taking place. That's why your theme is storms. Storms is water. Water is emotion. Feeling an emotion pouring out. Lightning is fire. Fire is emotion. It's two different ways of emotion. You guys are really being put into right brain activity, which is uncomfortable. But you have to do it in order to transcend and go to where you're headed, Capricorn. Okay? Or, you know, the person that you're dealing with, if you're a cross watcher, this is what they have to go through. All right, so if we're going into August here. August is Six of Cups. Six of Cups often speaks to, she's looking in that cup, reminiscing on the past, reminiscing on how things were in the past, how things were going for her, what she did in the past, what, you know, how the past is affecting her present at this point. Like, Six of Cups really is like that reminiscent type energy. And I feel like with the Six of Cups, you guys are taking a really deep look at your past, not just talking about like your not talking about your immediate past. You're taking a really deep look at your past in general, and especially as far as emotions are concerned, and looking at how all the things that took place in your past is affecting has affected your emotions and is currently affecting your emotions. Because now at this point, you guys are no longer in where you were at the beginning of the year, and the Queen of Pentacles. Now you guys are no longer in the false external Queen of Pentacles state, but really internally you're only at Two of Swords. You know what I mean? Like, you're no longer giving off the air of Queen of Pentacles. You guys are actually really ascending to the Queen of Pentacles state. And remember, just because it's a queen, that does not mean that it's encompassed strictly to a female. Queen is a state of mind, not a gender. Queen in the tarot deck is a state of mind, not a gender. Queen literally comes right in up underneath the king. You guys are able to see it not only from the yang point of view, but also elevate in your level of thinking towards material possessions, towards values, towards how to value and how to love and how to build and how to care for it. So elevating into that queen state, in your mind, mentally, you're really doing that, because now what you're doing is you're reflecting. You're actively reflecting, and you're actively going through the emotional process of how you can make positive changes within yourself, which elevates you to Queen of Pentacles status. Okay? So for September here, what we're seeing is Six of Swords. And I'm gonna just tell you automatically, you have Six of Swords and the Devil. The Devil represents Capricorn. Capricorn is represented by the Devil. But what I'm seeing here is that we're going to talk about lower level habits. We're talking about toxic habits, toxic patterns, toxic mental states, because Swords is all about mental states, mindsets. And what is showing with Six of Swords, he's moving away from some shit, moving toward a new path. You guys are moving away from this toxic ass mental state. Like, you're dropping the toxicity and moving away from that shit, because you've already realized through emotional reflection that you truly can be the Queen of Pentacles. And now you're determined to that ascension path, and you want to move away from this toxic path that's no longer serving you, this path that you was on with the Knight of Wands, out here fucking any and everybody, doing what you want to do, just indulging in all types of fuckery that's led to depression. You don't want that shit no more, Capricorn. Like, you're over it. So come September, you find yourself in a position where you're literally moving away from all the toxic fuck shit, okay? So going on into October, in October is when you guys see justice take place. So you guys got double justice and you got double Queen of Pentacles, which tells me that the theme of your year really is honoring the mother, honoring the mother role in nature, honoring, it's Taurus and Libra. So you guys are really dealing with a lot of Venus type energy, but you guys are transcending and transforming your Venus energy through storms. You know, it's like Venus is ruled by Libra and Taurus. Taurus is ruled by Taurus and Libra is ruled by Venus. So what I'm seeing is that a lot of toxic Venus type energy that you have been indulging in, Capricorn, is being transformed through this year. It's being definitely transformed in order to ascend you guys. It's being cleansed out so that you can use your Venus energy to actually help instead of harm people, okay? So like I said, in October, you guys have justice taking place. This is not the internal sense of justice that you received in April. So April, during Aries season, you guys may have planted the seed during the Aries new moon for justice to receive your just due while you were going through, you know, your healing stage. And in October, you guys actually do manifest justice taking place throughout your life, whatever it is that you felt was your just due. And for you guys, what you feel is your just due is receiving cooperation in your pursuits and in your goals, receiving that divine cooperation in anything that you pursue physically. So you guys are getting cooperation, you're getting the praise, you're getting the guidance that you've been asking for and in need of, okay? So, and with that, you know, in November, you guys come into the Two of Cups energy. I feel like you guys literally, like, I feel like with the Two of Cups, you guys literally manifested that love, like, that you have been wanting the whole time. The Two of Cups, you get this person that you've been wanting the whole time. And remember, Two of Cups is always just the initial. It's not the Ten of Cups. This isn't the mature love. But you're finally back in that place where you can start over with this love to build it up to a mature love, and it's not twisted, because the Eight of Pentacles is here, which means that you have complete intentions on putting in the work in the right way, Capricorn, so that you don't ever put yourself in a position where you're losing out on that love. And this is the theme for November. Like, internally, November, you're finally presented with the Two of Cups, the opportunity to have love and build love. And your attitude towards it, Capricorn, is that you genuinely want to put in the work at that point. Because remember, throughout the year, you've been going through all of this shit. You've gone through a betrayal. You've gone through having to plant seeds. You've gone through having to manifest your just due. You've gone through having to let go and sail away and release toxic mentalities and toxic habits. You've had to go through knowing you've had to go through emotional introspection to know what it is to actually be in the Queen of Pentacles energy. Not just to pretend like you're the Queen of Pentacles energy. And you guys have had to go through letting go of toxic habits, like habits that are detrimental to yourself and your health. So in December, by the end of 2021, you guys have the Queen of Wands. there's the Queen of Wands here. So the Queen of Wands is Aries, Leo, Sagittarius energy. Like I said, the Queen is yes, it can apply to gender, but for me, usually with the court cards, a lot of the time, besides like the pages, a lot of the time I see children often with the pages, but with any court card, it always represents a state of mind. The Queen literally is, okay, I've come out of the night, I've come out of that just act and do and respond, and now I'm in a place where I can observe properly, where I can take my time and really look and emotionally process before I respond. So you guys are in that place with your passions, with the things that you're super passionate about, where you can finally emotionally process your passions and respond accordingly. And then when you get to the King of Wands, you're finally able to emotionally process your passions, respond accordingly, and apply and create. You're limitless at that point. So, and with the Hermit, like what I'm feeling like with you going into the Queen of Wands energy, you're in that place of the Queen of Wands energy. You've gained your strength. You've gone through a year of fucking madness. So now in December, when you get to the Queen of Wands energy, you're like, your internal is really like, whew, I just need a breather. I need a minute to isolate. I need a minute to just be by myself and really take all of this in, because you've gone through a year of transformation, Capricorn. So it's been a year of transforming. It's been a year of a lot of changes, a lot of ups and downs, but you guys come out on top, and you come out in a place where you are now longing for that alone time to really reflect as you go into 2022. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I'm going to pull a card from my Black History flashcards. These are influential Black women throughout history. The reason why I pull this card is to see, you know, what energy you guys need to embody throughout the year to kind of help you get through all these changes that are about to take place. So I'm gonna pull one card for Capricorn. That was quick. All right, so you guys got the creators of Black Lives Matter, and remember, like, this is just energy. We're not talking exactly about people or organizations, just energy. Alicia Garza, Patrisse Cullors, and Opal Tometi. These women were organizers, freedom fighters, and justice seekers. They're the creators of Black Lives Matter, a chapter-based national organization that was formed in 2013 to improve the lives of African Americans and rebuild the Black nationalist movement. Garza co-founded the Black Lives Matter with Cullors and Tometi as a call to action after an unarmed teenager, Trayvon Martin, was killed and his murderer went free. Cullors is an advocate for criminal justice reform in Los Angeles. Tometi serves as executive director and guides various chapters in the works they do when leading demonstrations, protesting institutional racism, and taking legal stands against injustices. So for you guys, like, a lot of justice. Once again, you guys had justice all throughout your reading. You had justice in April, and once again justice in October. So you guys are here to fight the good fight for those who cannot, and before you can do that, you must fight the fight within yourself first. You have to take action for yourself and create a sense of justice within yourself. Be the defender of yourself first in the right way, because you can defend yourself in many different ways, but, you know, defending yourself at the cost of oppressing another, how much are you really doing at that point? So like I say, with energy, we're talking about leadership here. We're talking about being a defender of those who cannot, and we're talking about intense transformational change that must take place while you're learning how to be a defender, a great defender of those who cannot defend themselves. and to make you a better defender of those who cannot defend themselves, so you can stand up and fight the good fight, so you can stand up and be of service, Capricorn, because ultimately that is what your sign is about. Your sign is the hard worker. Your sign is the one that is of service. Your sign is the one that stands up and takes the opportunity for leadership when nobody else does. So in order for you to be the most effective at that, you have to take the opportunity for leadership and transform yourself. All right, Capricorn, that's your reading for 2021. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I know it was a little long. I should have warned you guys at the beginning because these year ahead spreads literally take me about an hour. But I hope you guys enjoyed this. I will talk to you guys later. Have an awesome night. Have an awesome New Year's. And may 2021 bring in nothing but blessings and transformational change for you guys. I will talk to you later. Ashe.